You wake up in the middle of the night. No sound, no movement, just darkness. You don't know why you woke up, but something feels off. So you turn your head, and there it is, your cat, sitting perfectly still, looking directly at you, not blinking, not moving, not reacting, just watching. And here's the uncomfortable part. This isn't random. Your cat didn't just happen to look at you. It chose to, at the exact moment when you were at your most vulnerable. Most people think this is cute. Some think it's love. Others joke about it being creepy. But biologically, none of those are correct. Because in animal behavior, prolonged staring is not affection. It's assessment. And what your cat is doing is closer to monitoring than bonding. In this video, we're going to break this down using actual behavioral science. Not opinions, not myths. We'll answer 3 specific questions. 1. How does your cat know you're asleep? 2. Why does it choose to watch you at that moment? 3. And the most important one, what exactly is it trying to figure out? Because once you understand this, that cute moment at night starts to feel very different. Let's start with a verifiable fact. Your cat knows when you're asleep. This isn't speculation. Cats process multiple sensory inputs simultaneously. Breathing rhythm, muscle tone, micro movements, environmental patterns. Studies on animal perception show that mammals, including cats, can detect subtle physiological changes in nearby organisms. Fact: your breathing slows. Your body becomes still. Your responsiveness drops to 0. From a biological standpoint, you've just transitioned from interactive agent to inactive object with potential. And that distinction matters. Because in the animal world, something that is still, but might move, is one of the most important things to monitor. Now we add the second layer. Cats don't fully switch off like humans. Research in animal sleep cycles shows that cats spend a large portion of their time in light sleep plus environmental awareness. They are both predators and prey, which creates a very specific evolutionary pressure. Never fully disengage from your surroundings. This leads to a behavioral system called vigilance monitoring. Even while resting, cats are scanning, listening, tracking movement. So, when you're asleep, you're not being ignored, you're being included in the monitoring system. Now let's build a simple experimental model. Imagine placing a cat in a controlled room. Inside the room, there are 2 elements. 1. A completely static object. 2. A human lying still, but capable of movement. Which one does the cat focus on? Not the static object, the human. Why? Because attention is driven by uncertainty plus potential change. A rock won't move, but a sleeping human might. Even if the probability is low, the consequence of missing that change is high, so the cat allocates attention there. Now apply this to your situation. At night, the environment is quiet, stimuli are reduced, movement is minimal. And in that environment, you become the most dynamic variable available even while doing nothing. Now we introduce timing. Cats are not fully nocturnal. They are crepuscular, meaning most active at dawn and dusk. So when are you asleep? Exactly when they are most alert. This creates a mismatch. Your lowest awareness coincides with their highest awareness. So from your perspective, they suddenly stare at me at night. From their perspective, this is the time I evaluate my environment. And you are part of that environment. Now we move into the part people misunderstand. Yes, cats form attachment to humans. This has been demonstrated in studies using modified strange situation tests, originally developed for human infants. Results show that cats use humans as a secure base, show stress when separated, exhibit proximity-seeking behavior. But here's the correction: attachment affection in the human sense. Attachment is functional. It answers one question: is this entity stable and reliable? So when your cat watches you sleep, part of that behavior is confirming that you are still there, still alive, still present, still predictable. Now we add a more practical layer. Your cat has learned something over time. You waking up equals food appears. This is classical conditioning, but more specifically, temporal prediction behavior. Animals don't just react, they anticipate. So your cat isn't just watching you, it's tracking micro movements, breathing shifts, early waking signals, trying to answer, is this the moment? So that stare is partly surveillance and partly waiting. Cats have extremely sensitive motion detection. Small changes trigger attention, eyelid movement, finger twitch, breathing variation. At night, these signals are amplified because background noise is near zero. So even the smallest change in your body becomes highly salient, which reinforces the staring behavior. Now we eliminate incorrect interpretations. Your cat is protecting you. There is no evidence that domestic cats actively guard humans, perform protective surveillance. Your cat loves you so much it watches you. This is anthropomorphism. It simplifies a complex behavior into a human emotion. The more accurate model is multi-layered behavioral stacking, vigilance, prediction, attachment, sensory stimulation. So when your cat sits there, in the dark, watching you sleep, it is not doing one thing. It is running a system that answers, is the environment stable? Is this key individual still present? Is something about to change? Should I act? And you just happen to be the center of all those questions. So next time you wake up,
what are you doing, baby?
And see your cat staring at you, don't just think, that's cute, because now you know you're not being admired, you're being observed.
Understanding animals isn't about romance, it's about evidence and instinct.